Sonic the Hedgehog came bursting onto the scene in 1991 and was quickly adopted as the mascot for not only the Mega Drive but Sega itself. A blue little critter thought up by Hirokazu Yasuhara, Naoto Oshima and of course Yuji Naka, Sonic's task was to speed through level after level collecting rings in order to free a bunch of less supernatural animals from the clutches of Dr. Robotnik. At the time, we all thought this was crazy stuff. A hedgehog for a protagonist? A fast hedgehog with red trainers? This guy had enough attitude to beat Mario, back down one of his crappy little pipes with a rusty wrench and still pick up a hot dog for lunch.
Hope you like this.
Like it? I love it!
But he wasn't the first hedgehog to have a video game. He wasn't even the first hedgehog to feature in a platformer filled with stingy wasps, snappy fish and menacing spikes. He wasn't even the first to find himself in green pastures, dangerous underground dwellings, twisty pipelands or even underwater zones. Oh no, that crown belongs to someone a little more understated. Meet Harold, or Spiky Harold as he likes to be known. Devised by Andrew Rogers and Simon J back in 1986 and published by Firebird Software for their pocket money grabbing Silver 199 range. Released on various systems including the Commodore 64, Atari 8-bit, Commodore Plus 4 and Amstrad CPC. Good God, what the hell is that? It's like a rat stuck in a log. Jesus Christ. Thankfully we're going to concentrate on the most endearingly quaint of these machines, Sir Clive's Sinclair ZX Spectrum, although once you get into it each version is quite similar. Look at this cover art. We've got Harold there licking his lips next to a juicy apple and a petrified worm. For the time this is a rather nice picture, much better than some of the other contemporary cover art of the time. But it's clear that this is to be a more sedate affair than Sega's Little Blue Wonder. In fact, Harold is winding down, rather than speeding up. The blurb on the back tells us, Spiky Harold the Hedgehog has to hibernate for winter. Help him find his food. And that's it. We need to get Harold to bed. A goal that's so much more relatable than Sonic's gallivanting quests. Just get some food and get some rest. I like Harold. Thank God the loading screen is better than the Amstrad. Okay, let's see what this game is like. This game is insanely difficult from the go. You have to be so precise with your movements, otherwise you're dead. Harold starts his journey next to a wall surrounded by linear critters, all waiting to suck out one of your lives. You might think that a hedgehog would fare well against a moth or even a small chick, but touch one and you lose a life and return to the start of the screen. Thankfully, collision detection is spot on, removing that element of frustration. In fact, you can get alarmingly close to your foes, and you'll need to on a regular basis. One slightly mistimed jump and it's all over. And these aren't jumps you can manipulate in mid-air. Once you're airborne, your flight arc and landing point are fixed and unchangeable. Our mission then is to collect a food item from each of the 57 screens. Yes, 57, which Harold seems to gobble up straight away rather than saving for hibernation. It's a Herculean task, and what's worse, some of the items are wine glasses, which naturally make you drunk, reversing the game's controls. Even worse than that though is the impending sharp frost that will wipe out all life within 24 hours. Quite pleasingly though, time passes in real time. Each of those minutes is an actual minute, or close enough, given the lack of a real-time clock. Spiky Harold clearly caters to the gamer who would start a session in the morning, go out and play footy, come back for some afternoon gaming, have dinner, and maybe play some more in the evening. There's even time to get up a few hours earlier than the day before and finish proceedings in the morning if you really need to. This is what save games in the 80s looked like. But even with that extra time, you need to be point perfect. Seriously, this game is nothing like Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic was easy, this is disgustingly difficult. To help along the way, we can eat coins which replenish one life, but they're really too few and far between to make a significant impact, especially when you have ghosts which require more precise timing than a ZX VGA Joy does in sending the Spectrum's video signal to a VGA monitor. And that's how I'm getting this crisp, sharp display on a Dell monitor, by the way, which is rather nice. But it's not a bad game, it's really nicely put together and executed. It's for this reason that it scored so well in the gaming press in the mid-80s, but we, myself especially, have lost that incredible ability to play catastrophically hard games like there's no tomorrow. Now it's fast, forgiving action and sloppy button pressing. So thank heavens for pokes like this one, which gives you 128 much needed lives. Hooray! Harold then is really a symbol of the past, a symbol of platforming games before Harold's obnoxious cousin Sonic came along and levelled the playing field for all of us. Damn him and his fast, fun ways. But there's no denying that the platforming world of Harold shares some similarities and traits with Sonic. We can easily put it down to the fact that hedgehogs naturally live in a world full of deadly wasps, critters, spikes, water, underground layers, life-giving circular golden objects, clouds, pipes. But I like to think that Team Sonic once had an encounter with Harold. A secret encounter which gave them the hedgehog idea, and that created this wonderful world of countryside peril in their minds. Of course, this is wild, unfounded and possibly ridiculous speculation, which is almost certainly false, but still there's something there, I think. Now if I can only get to the end and see if there's a perilous encounter with a mad scientist, we'll know I'm right. Spiky Harold. Play. There we go. Oh, no, there's not. But then creative license is a wonderful thing, as are hedgehogs. Fast forward a few years and there was even a fan remake of Spiky Harold, which not only tells us that Harold had his own fan base, but also gives us a view into what life would have been if Harold had emerged into our 16-bit world rather than Sonic. It's not that dissimilar. Alright, maybe it is a bit, but it's interesting to know that Sonic wasn't the first hedgehog adventurer who could navigate through these perilous lands. Now, if you don't mind, after all this relentless platforming, I'm going to hibernate like Harold. Thanks for watching, and have a great evening. I'll see you in the winter because I'm hibernating in the summer. Damn this heat. So, in a strange freak of synchronicity, and this seems to happen quite a lot among YouTubers, when I was searching for the Spiky Harold long play footage, I found Tamar Arcade has made a video which is basically the same as the one I'm doing now! So, I'm putting this message at the end to inform you that you should go and check out that video as well. I've met Tamara, she is awesome. I've met her at a few Play Expos, and I'm going to watch her video now. So, I suggest you do too. Why not get the full Spiky Harold experience? Come on.